Well, good morning, community. Good morning, my brother and sister stroke survivor. Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. I'm your host, Aaron Ally, and I've got a real special guest I know for many, many years. I'm really excited to have her on the show. Her name is Brooke Allen. She's a wife, a mother of two kids, stroke survivor. She had her stroke when she's 38 years old. She lives in Caldwell, Idaho. Brooke refuses. I'm going to say this from experience because I've watched her grow as a stroke survivor. She refuses to let her stroke stop her from enjoying her life. She is a true stroke warrior, and I'm really, really honored to have her on my show. She's inspired me more than she knows. And I'm gonna bring it on in just a minute. Let's bring it on now.
Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show, Survivor Experience. Now, here's your host, Aaron Avila.
And there she is. Good
Hello.
morning, Brooke.
Hello, how are you?
Really good. It's so great to have you on my show, Brooke. I'm basically a big fan of yours for many years.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be here today.
It's really, really, there's a certain group of stroke survivors that go from stroke survivor to stroke warrior. They tend to stand out. I think everybody in our community has that ability inside them.
That's true. I think
The only
so.
difference is they choose not to do it.
Yes.
Because being a stroke survivor and finding life after stroke really comes into a choice. Don't you agree?
Yes, I would really agree in that. You have to really want to get up and want to do it every day. You have to get up and want to get sorry, get up every day and want to do something. Either if it's wanting to get up and do your hair or brush your teeth or get dressed. That's all you have to do. It just get up. That's the one thing you have to do. Is just get up. That's the first thing you have to do.
I know it sounds silly. It sounds so basic, but
Yep.
like you and I both know, because stroke survival, achieving life to stroke, is attained one step at a time.
Yep.
So get up, touch your
Yep.
day, being grateful. I
Yep.
want to take a minute, Brooke. There's a few people out there want to give a shit out right top of the show for being out there. So we got Sherry Patterson in the area Falls. She's out there. I
Right.
talking about her this morning. In fact, Sherry, I want to encourage you to reach out to Brooke. Because
Mhm.
Brooke, I'm going to work in the tiger. One strategy she uses for aphasia.
Yes.
And right, we'll get to that, Sherry, because we were talking about you. But we got Sherry in Niagara Falls. We got Janet Burrow out there. Thank you for being out there, Jan. Appreciate it. Now, I don't know who this is. This happens if someone does a log in and give StreamYard the access to their account. I don't know who that is. This just says Facebook user. So please, if you're the Facebook user that put good afternoon, put your name in there and I'll be able to know who you are. Guess what? We have got England in the house. Jamie is from England.
Oh, wow.
And
That's cool.
yeah, he gives to every show. I'm so happy and honored to have him out there. So, Jamie, thank you for being out there. And the other side of the pond this week. Let's see, we got Scott White out there.
Awesome.
So, I want Brooke. I I want to get running because we only got 30 minutes together. Let's get running into your story. So
Okay.
you had your stroke at 30. If you could, please describe your life before stroke. What was it
Yes.
like?
Okay. Before my stroke, I was a mom, of course, and a wife, and worked at a I worked at Macy's. I was a manager, and I was in charge of 60 um, associates, and I had to go to work all the time. I worked from October through January, 6 days a week, and I was always on the move. And I worked in Boise, and I lived in Caldwell, and it was like 25 miles away. And I was trying to get the kids to all their sports as well. And I was always in a rush. I
Uh-huh.
was overweight, and I was a smoker, and I was on birth control, and I was always in a hurry. I was not eating well, and
So you were a walking stroke, basically.
yes, I
Yeah,
was.
you had overweight,
I
smoking.
I was not doing it right. I was always drinking coffees and Red Bulls. And one day I had to take my husband to get some shocks in his back because he had bad back back. So I was taking him to the doctor, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, there's something wrong with me." And I took him to the doctor, and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. Something's not right." So I went to the hospital, and I had kidney stones. I was like, oh, and those are like the most horrible things in the whole world. Um, I would rather have birth again or having those again. I'm telling you, they're horrible. So they gave me some medication, and they told me they would come out later. And I'm not good with medication. And we came home, and I went to sleep, and a couple hours later I came out of the bedroom, and I was talking to my husband, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, you kind of sound like you're drunk."
No, I get
I
it.
I think that's when I was having my stroke.
Sure was.
And I go, "Oh, maybe it's the medication." So I went back to bed, and that was really when I was having the stroke. And I went back to bed, and a couple hours later, I got up again, and I fell down, and I couldn't get up, and then I couldn't talk. And then my husband came in, he's like, and he looked at me, he's like, "Oh my goodness, you're having a stroke."
He knew. Yeah.
And he knew, so he called the ambulance, And he called and he wanted them to take me to Boise. Um, and that's what happened. So,
So,
uh,
well, now I misunderstood. Now,
yeah.
I want the audience to know that when I first met Brooke,
Mhm.
it's been almost 8 years now I've known you. She was one of my original founding members. But her feature used to be so bad you could barely understand what she was saying.
Right.
And we're going to talk because we talked about a strategy you use, and it's
Yes.
been very effective for you. And now we talked about Sherry Patterson and then using that feature strategy. We'll talk about that. But um, Arthur Kelly, Arthur Kelly, I don't think if this is Arthur Kelly. Please tell me where you're at. The first time I've seen that show, Arthur. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it, bro. But anyway, Brooke, let me ask you. You've done what most people do, and I'm gonna say 98%, if not more, people do this. They begin to show signs of stroke. They know something is seriously wrong with them,
Mhm.
but they ignore it. They brush it off. They say, "Well, I get back kiss on me." But
Right.
you have face tripping. I mean, you had lots of ability to walk, balance issues. I imagine your arm was weak. I mean, even your husband said you're having a stroke.
Mhm.
Something is wrong with you. Your husband knew. So I just want everybody out there, please share this video,
Mhm.
smash the like button, subscribe to Sir TV and Media YouTube, and share this video with people on your timeline. Let them know that I'm gonna let Brooke tell us because I'm sure he knows the face, what face means, Brooke. Do you know what face means?
Yes. Yes, I do. So we have um you're going to have the um face is the oh goodness, now you put me on the
Yeah, it's true. It's
spot.
it's so it's have a person smile.
Is your so your oh goodness, your oh goodness. So
Well,
you're
here,
gonna have
let me help. Let me do it.
oh my goodness.
So face is face drooping.
Yes, your face
It droops.
drooping. And I had that so on my or my right side did it. So then you have your balance, your eyes can do it, and then your arm can do it as well. So
I'm
yeah,
waiting. You have to see the crazy thing is you have all the warning signs of
yeah, I
stroke.
had all of them. Yeah,
You told yourself, and I've had people drive after, but they
right,
start driving and having a stroke, and they ignore it and they shake their heads. They say, "Like, I'm sick" or something. They're supposed to do it, but the point is, if you're having signs of stroke,
hmm,
face dripping, arm weakness,
yeah,
um, uh, you need to make sure that you pay attention to your body. Your body will not lie to you.
yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
even if you don't know what a stroke is, your body will not lie to you. Your body will speak to your mind and tell you there's something seriously wrong.
Right, you're right, and, like, even the doctor told me when I was smoking and I was on birth control, I should stop smoking. Like, he told me, like, years before that I need to stop smoking. So that was he told me that before that, and then he told me I needed to lose weight. And I know the doctors tell you that all the time, but it's true. I know.
I smoked after my stroke. So
Yeah,
I know many stroke survivors do smoke after stroke.
right.
I quit.
Good, good.
But I want to make sure if you're out there and you're smoking stroke survivor, you need to quit right away
Yes,
because it is I think Brook's one of the main causes of stroke.
yes, it
And a
is.
lot of things you want to do out there, audience, is have another stroke.
Right. That's true. Yes, that's true. That's true.
There's no limit.
No.
So, okay, you're now many signs of experienced stroke. Go from there. Where are you located? Where are you at when you begin to feel like you're having a stroke? Where are you?
So so I was in the bedroom. Um it's kind of funny because when my husband um called 911, he had to go and get the neighbor to come over to watch the kids, and it took them for a minute to get to the house. And I remember I was like, "Oh my goodness, I was in my head, I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the hospital in my pajamas." So I was trying to get in the closet to put my clothes on, and I fell in the closet again. So my husband's like, "What are you doing?" He was so mad at me. So it was kind of funny. So we got to the hospital, and I don't remember a lot. I remember my sister was there and my brother-in-law, and then I was there for the ICU for about a week, and then I was in the uh, rehab for about um, I think it was about 5 weeks. And then I came home with a wheelchair. So then I believe I was able to get out of the wheelchair for about it took me about a month to get out of the wheelchair, and then I was in a walker for about a month, and then I had a AOF, I think is what.
AFO.
Yes, yeah, and I did that for about 6 weeks or 6 months, and then my physical, um, therapist told me if I wanted to, run again, I really need to get out of that. So I don't have it anymore, and I've been walking. Um, I look kind of funny, but it's okay. And I'm trying to run a little bit. It's kind of funny looking. I'll run to from um, the um, the the corner to the corner. It looks really horrible, like really
Oh
bad.
my God.
And then I do it at the gym because there's a wall. So if I go and I gonna trip, I have something I can have to hold on to. I do a lot of stuff at the gym. Um, I do a lot of stuff at the gym. I do um, late, sorry, a lot of um, weights and stuff.
Yeah, so
So
I'm impressed with how often do you go to the gym?
I go about 4 to 5 days a week. Um, I really love to do the bicycle. Now that is getting really nice. I have a bicycle. I go with my husband a lot, but I like to go. I do a lot of weights at the gym, but I really like to do that. I have a um, personal trainer. I think if you're going to go to the gym, you should get one before you go. Act, when you have a stroke, make sure you go before you go to the gym so you have someone to help you, because I don't think you should go and just not go without having someone to help you. Um, and she's always there just in case I need someone to help me. You never know. Just because if your balance gets not good, you need someone to be there with you.
Now, Brooke, I'm curious. You go to a regular gym, right? It's not a
Yes,
stroke survivor gym. Now,
right.
how did you, for those like me that want to go gym someday, how did you how did you find a personal trainer
Mhm.
that was able to help you as a stroke survivor? Did,
I Well, I was really lucky, and then lady that helped me, she used to work with me at Macy's. But I know that there has been there's been a lot of people that had stroke that go to my gym, and they just tell people, "Hey, I have a stroke and I need someone that can help me." And I think if you tell people and you just tell them, "Hey, this is what I need." And if they can help you, they can help you. And if they're not, then you need to go to someone else. It's just like with aphasia. Like if I need to um, if I need to call someone on the phone or something, and they're not understanding me, and I say, "Hey, my name is Brooke, and I had a stroke, and I have aphasia, and I need you to give me a minute so you can understand me." Most of people will give you a minute. I think people in the world are a little bit understanding if you tell them. And if they're not, then you say, "If you can't help me, I need to talk to someone that can help me." And I think if you are able to say something, I think it is okay. And if people are going to be stupid, then just hang up on them and call someone else. I don't know. That's how I think.
that is really good strategic stroke survival advice.
Yeah.
When I start my conversations with someone that's not a stroke survivor, say
Mhm.
customer service or the bank or whatever,
Right.
I tell my nephew, I say, look, I'm a stroke survivor,
Mhm.
speech deficit. I need you to be patient and
Yep.
speak slowly. And almost 100% of the time, they all do it.
Yeah,
They all
that's
will
right.
agree. So
Right.
the alternatives you don't get involved in life. And
Right.
that the stereotype that Brooke and I want to turn this a little bit. I want to encourage you, stroke survivor. If you are out there and you think you cannot integrate back into society, you cannot integrate yourself back into to being interactive with the world.
Mhm.
You can get
Yes.
over the fear of being misunderstood. Like Brooke just said, if they don't understand you, go on to someone else, call someone else, right?
Yep. Right.
I give up before we switch gears because I want to talk to you about something. I want to give a shout out to Kevin in a minute.
Okay.
But I want to bring this because it's important. This is Jan Burrow, who's been on the show, but she had no warning signs, no nothing, and stroke hit.
Mm,
It does happen,
right.
and so I'm just saying you can have no signs of a stroke,
Right.
but I want everybody to know if there's one thing I tell everybody out there listen to this show. You need to listen to your body. Your body does speak. There is a disconnection that we meet between the brain and the body, and I'm telling you, in these strokes, if you think about it, the body does talk to the brain, and so
Mm,
you need to listen to that. You may show no signs of stroke, but guarantee you're going to get a little off balance. Something's going to happen. Something is wrong. So listen to that.
right.
Now, I want to switch gears because someone you and I talked about earlier that I've have a ton of respect for. I
Awesome.
love what he's doing. I love what he's doing. And I want to give Kevin Reinhardt a shout out from Stroke Survivors Can Group on Facebook. And Kevin has inspired me. Now Kevin jogs, right?
He does. He does a lot. He does jogging and swimming and biking. He's a Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys again, Chicago group Stroke Survivors can
Mhm.
definitely on. I like Kevin Love. I love what he does, and his Stroke Survivor can group is
Yes.
being endorsed by Stroke TV.
Mhm.
But Brooke, so we went through you really kind of not knowing. Did you know what stroke was when you went to have one? Here you are, 30 years old, 38 years old. Did you know, like your husband, know what a stroke was?
You know, I kind of knew what one was. I think that my husband knew what it was because he worked in the medical field when he was younger, so he knew what it was. Um, I kind of knew there was one, but I thought it only happened to older people. Not, it wouldn't happen to me. It would only happen when I was older, you know?
I think that's probably the more toughest was the big one stereotype.
It is. It is.
I
It
would say
really
that would
is.
be it. If you think stroke only happens to 80-year-old people, like
Right.
Brooke and I did, because I was in the same boat,
Mm-hmm.
you're wrong.
Yes,
I
you
would
are.
say the average age of stroke it runs from in your 30s, mid 30s to mid 40s.
Yeah. And
So
is now they're getting even younger now.
um,
Is what
changing.
I'm hearing because with COVID, they had a lot of people when they were in their 20s, is what I'm hearing. So,
Yes, true, really true. I do this show once a week on every Wednesday at 9 a.m.
mhm,
Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to say there's so many out there. If you're woman
mhm,
that's on
right.
birth control, watch out
Yeah.
because I'm going to say I see many younger 20-year-olds having
Mhm.
strokes, and the primary cause is the birth control.
Yep.
So
Yep.
be careful, birth control
Yep.
pill is very, very known to cause stroke, right?
They are.
Yeah. Now, Brooke, I want you to talk. Now, your face has come a long way, and I made a comment in the green room when I first met Brooke. Her facial was so It's kind of on the bad side. You could have a hard time. Yeah, I sound like I'm a fud. I don't have aphasia though, but I do sound like I'm a fud. But Brooke would give that one strategy to Sherry Patterson, or maybe to some other survivors that are fighting aphasia. What do you do to help yourself fight aphasia?
Okay. So the first thing you have to do is practice every day. And on there's a board right here in my office, and I have every time I have a word that I cannot get out, I write it on the board. um so let's see, I have, oh goodness, and I put it on a um what is it called, a,
Post it.
yes, and right now I have Republican. Oh, that's a hard one for me. And that's something I want to say a little bit better. And so I put it on this post-it note, and I put it on my board. And every time I'm in my office, I'll sit here and say it: Republican, Republican, Republican. And when I think I got it down, I can throw it and it in the garbage can, and then I get a new word. So it's something that I do to help me. Is something that I work on. So
That is such
yeah,
great advice. Thank you
yeah,
for
you
that.
bet.
And
Hopefully
there's
you'll do it.
Sherry Patterson saying great idea. Thank you.
You bet. And if you need anything else, let me know, and I would be love to help you with that.
That is, now you can look at Brooke Allen. There's a name on
Yep.
screen. You can find her on Facebook.
Yep.
Send a friend request. Sherry Patterson. I encourage you to reach out to Brooke. I've already talked to you about her. She's willing to help you. If you are not going to beat this book, but we're actually overtime.
I know.
But I wanted to thank you. Now, I'm going to go over it because I'm going to ask you a question because I always am want to end with this. Give a newer stroke survivor advice. What would you give them, a newer stroke survivor?
Well, I would always say the one thing I always tell everyone, that recovery is possible. You can always do something. Um, and it really does start with getting up every day. And I know it's so hard to do, but I would just say get up. Just get up every day. You have to get up and brush your teeth. That's one thing you have to get up every day. And start with that. And then comb your hair. And then sit up, get up in the bed. And then put your feet to the floor, and then look out the window, and then just get up. You have to. You have to go on living life. Yes, you had a stroke, but now you are alive still. You know, I
I,
know
I,
that.
I agree with that. Of
Yeah.
stroke, I always tell my people, stroke does not define who
Yes.
you are.
Right.
How you respond does.
Yep.
So stroke is not who you are, but how you respond to your stroke happening to you does define you as a person. So, Brooke, I cannot thank you enough for being here. It was such a pleasure having you on the show, and I hope you come back sometime soon.
You got it.
All right. Thank you so much, Brooke. Thank you for being here. Have an excellent day.
Oh, thank you so much for having here.
All right. Bye.
Bye.